Hello everybody, welcome back to the ANMRA Premier Series. We're here for round 10 at Road America, a beautiful, fast and exciting road course track located in Wisconsin. As I said, it's round 10. We only have 3 races left until the championship chase. The pressure's on now for the drivers, both in the fight for the regular season championship and to make that top 12. And what a venue we have today. As mentioned, Road America is a stunning track. It features 14 turns along with 2 long straights, some thrilling corners such as the kink and the carousel. It's a track beloved by fans and a track beloved by drivers. And it's our first road course race of the season. So a lot of unknowns going into this one. As usual, I won't hang around. We'll get to the grid. We've got a long pace lap here to discuss basically everything. So let's just get to it. On pole then for today's race is a surprise face, Kenneth Robinson. He's had some pretty strong qualifying results recently. He sits 12th in standings. And a result like this, if he can convert this into a top 5, he's going to start putting one hand on making it into the chase. Alongside him is our only non-Dodge race winner this season, Martin Arison in that number 27 Toyota. He's had a great year. Can he go for win number 3 to equal Eva Volyak and Andrew Mondragon? Row 2, in 3rd place, we see Joe Dolinsky. Some strong qualifying for a man who seems to be in a rich vein of form. Back-to-back top 3s for him. He's alongside Marcus Monreal, a man who needs some good form. His results this season, while pretty much consistently in the top 20 aside from 2 rounds, he's struggling to get the top 5s aside from at Talladega and Daytona. So, a good result here is very much needed. Row 3, we see Sonia Nevermind, probably the best driver not to win a race this season. She sits 3rd in standings. She will line up in 5th today. She's alongside Noah Cataneo, a driver who's probably had one of his best qualifyings of the season. Hopefully looking to get a top 5 for the first time this season. Row 4, and we see Ratko Betes, a man who is down in 17th in the standings, in desperate need of some strong results. He, as I said, lines up in 7th, and he's alongside Michael Teller, a man who pretty much looks locked into the championship chase now. Tyler Jordan lines up 9th on row 5. He's in some very good form recently. And he is alongside William Starman in 10th. Man, top 5 in the standings. Continuing a rich vein of form, finishing top 10 in the last 4 races. Behind Starman then, we have Andrew Mondragon in the number 4. Previous championship leader, not anymore. I said he will line up on row 6 in 11th. And 12th is Keith McHugh, a man in 8th at the moment. Looking pretty locked into the championship chase, but he's got to get sure he gets those points. Next up, as we move on to row 7, Mitch Johnson lines up in 13th place alongside Kenny Dixon, who's scored 3 8th place finishes in a row. Some very late, strong form here. As we go through the rest of the grid, we've got Logan Wilkie in 15th alongside Johnny Carpentier Panizzi in 17th. 18th, we see Kurt Weiss alongside Ken Hale, continuing some strong qualifying performances since returning. And on row 10, it's an All Turismo Autosport affair. It's Alec Vescovy in 19th, who's had horrid luck recently despite brilliant pace, alongside Brandon Reeves. Outside the top 20 then, quickly going through it, we have Austin Rhodes and Franco Nazario Spinazzola in 21st and 22nd. 23rd is Javier Talavera, poor qualifying. He lines up alongside Camilla Lindberg. Behind them, Carl Sherman will line up alongside Joseph Clark, as Clark's teammate Danny McSwain lines up alongside Megumi Alaskiene, who had a pretty strong 20th place for her last race. Johan Stromstad will line up alongside Mitchell Moser. As we exit the top 30, we've got Bobby Elliott Jr. alongside Carl Ellison, and then Taito Salmon alongside Ava Volyak. There's the command to start the engines. We see the flames starting to come out. As mentioned, Ava Volyak is last. Our championship leader starting from 34th place on the grid. She'll be fighting to improve that come race time. But if we head back up front, it's been a very strong qualifying for Kenneth Robinson. It's his first career pole position, and what a time to do it. He currently sits only 20 points above the cut line. And a strong result here could be what he needs to make that championship chase. Because he's been very inconsistent. He's shown brilliant pace in qualifying sessions. He's just been unable to convert it into results. In fact, that championship chase picture, it's looking very interesting. Currently, we'll start with Javier Talavera, who is, I believe, 50 points above the cut line. Then Marcus Monreal is 33 points above the cut line in 11th. And so, of course, mentioned Kenneth Robinson, 20 points above the cut line in 12th. Funnily enough, no Fords are currently in the top 12. But outside of it, 13th, we have the Ford and back row racing car of Johnny Carpentier Panizzi. He's 20 points back. Camilla Lindbergh in the Chevy is 23 points back. 29 points back, we have Tyler Jordan, who's had a brilliant run of form recently, scoring 7th and then 2nd place last time out at Chicagoland. 33 points back, Austin Rhodes, the surprise face in the chase hunt this season. And then Ratko Betes is only 55 points, I believe. I'm just checking my standings here. Ratko Betes. Yes, 55 points. And then 78 points back is Kenny Dixon. All of them with a good run of form and some errors for those cars above the cut line have a chance to make it. We've got a really thrilling few races coming up. Of course, we've got here, which is a complete unknown on the road courses. We've then got a pretty exciting race coming up at Daytona for the second Daytona race this season. And then after Daytona, the cutoff race will be at Nashville. So, who do we think's going to win? Personally, I have a sneaking suspicion it's going to be someone like Martin Harrison. I normally end up cursing these people, so sorry in advance if this ruins Martin Harrison's day. But those Toyotas look quick here. You've got Martin Harrison and Sonia Nevermind both in the top 5. But you've also got the Chevys looking quick here. Both the Sage Motorsports cars and the TMS cars. They're both looking really quick. Of course, all 3 Sage Motorsport cars in the top 10. Then you've got Noah Cataneo in 6th. Aside from Javier Talavera, all those Chevys are right up there. It's looking exciting for them. In fact, there's a lot of unknowns here. I think the big one, though, as previously mentioned, is Ava Volyak. Our championship leader only took the championship lead after her win in Chicagoland. Has won back-to-back races. She's down in last place on the grid. And this is not a place you want to start last. These road course races, they're hard to make up ground at. They're very hard to make up ground at. And I would not be surprised if we don't see Ava Volyak make the top 20. Along with that, she's got to stay out of trouble, as we expect quite a lot of carnage on restarts and all of that jazz. But here we go then. We've only got a few more corners before the pace car will pull down pit road and we will go green here. It's a very long pace lap, of course. I'm going to have a lot of talking to myself in this one, as unfortunately Tom has abandoned me for a movie. Fair play. You do you. I think we're going to have better entertainment watching this thing, I can't lie. Have a quick sip of water, get ready for this one. Who's going to be leading into turn 1? So from practice, it's looked like cars that go side by side into turn 1. If they run the outside, they can get a better run and then get a pretty even run out of turn 2. It looks like the outside can defend itself through corners here. Of course, the inside is the shorter distance. But it all sort of comes down to driver skill a lot of the times. But enough waffle. In comes the pace car and up the giant hill we go. The field all in line. Martin Harrison looking eager already, searching for room on the track. It's an exciting grid as we reach the top of the hill. I think we've got an issue for someone. We'll see in a moment. But green flag. We're racing here at Road America. It's a good launch for Kenneth Robinson. Martin Harrison has also had a pretty good getaway. They're pretty even, it looks like, headed down to turn 1. Side by side through the first corner. Is Kenneth Robinson going to keep the lead? Yes, he is, I think. Good run from Kenneth Robinson, but it's wide on exit. Martin Harrison has been invited. Is he going to fight to the inside? No, he can't make it. So Kenneth Robinson leads here at Road America as the field behind look like they've all made it through. Eva Voyak has had a very good launch. So we now focus on Sonia Nevermind and Marcus Monreal fighting. Nevermind has made up a place. Monreal looks like he's lost one as Ratko Betes looks to get himself involved. Down into the corners, Joe Dolinsky gets into the back of Martin Harrison and Betes gets into Sonia Nevermind, it looks like. Up the hill we go now. Everyone looks to have made it round the corners. Kenneth Robinson pulling out a little bit of a gap as we've got 3 wide action behind us. Noah Cataneo's off and nearly hits his teammate like last time. Oh, that was close. Cataneo with a really poor run. He's under threat. Andrew Mondragon making up a place. Tyler Jordan looking to make up a place also. It's carnage at the moment as they search for grip on track. Noah Cataneo, and it's Andrew Mondragon into the grass. It's going to invite Cataneo on the inside. Can that number 9 car put himself back ahead? Looks like he's going to be able to. Yes, he is. There's cars all over the road. Tyler Jordan kicks up massive amounts of dirt. Some dirt kicked up by Austin Rhodes in the background. Hectic first lap here. We've got a slow run from Kenny Dixon as they come through the kink. Cars all over the track trying to find space where they can. As we're single file for the top of the field at the moment. Ken Hale struggling at the moment as Brandon Reeves gets into the back of Kenny Dixon. He's had a good start, I think, from Reeves. Kenny Dixon, on the other hand, not so. Alec Vescovy looks to have lost a few places. Order's very much jumbled up at the moment. He's got some cars going wide. But back up front, we have a fight for the lead. Here comes Martin Harrison hunting down Kenneth Robinson. Can he get to the inside at turn 1? Not quite. He's going to stay patient though. Wait for Robinson to make a mistake. Harrison is the favourite in this battle. Down the hill we come. Can he get this move done? He's close. Who's going to get the better run out of turn 2? Down this long... Can't really call it a straight, but it's all flat out now. Here we go. This is going to be a big chance for Martin Harrison. He's got this draft. He's got a run. Is he going to pull to the inside? No, he's not pulling to the inside. Looks like he's going to get into the back of Kenneth Robinson. There's contact between them. And Robinson is going to keep the lead for now. Smart driving, but a bit cautious from Martin Harrison. A little bit of bumping. We'll quickly check the back of the field. So they're all narrowly making it through. Everyone still in this race. Ava Voyak has not made up good ground at the moment. They're all still side by side here. So hard to get moves done. Back up front though, Kenneth Robinson has pulled out a small gap as it looks like Ratko Betes has got Marcus Monreal. He's the latest car to pick off that 15. So come out of the carousel. It's all orderly up here. Andrew Mondragon looks to have lost another place and he's run wide. Is Tyler Jordan going to capitalise on his teammate's misfortune? Not quite. But Tyler Jordan's not got a great line through there. Is that going to invite Kurt Weiss into this? Not quite. Weiss looks like he also got a poor run through the corner. Early action here at Road America. The race seems to have settled now as the drivers need to find their positions on track, relax, make some moves, all of that jazz. It's a poor run for Kenneth Robinson and he's going to invite Martin Harrison to challenge him up the hill. Here we go, down across the line. It's going to be side by side into turn 1 here, I think. Here comes Harrison. He pulls to the inside. Side by side for the lead of the race here at Road America. The top 2 have gapped the field. It's wide for Kenneth Robinson and he gets a really good run. But Harrison, great exit, but he loses it a little bit. He got on the throttle too early. And it looks like Kenneth Robinson's going to keep the lead. Yes, he is. Can Harrison challenge him again as we come down the hill towards one of the heaviest braking zone, my bad, on the track. We've got some action behind us. Michael Teller and Keith McHugh are jostling for position. Here we go. Is Harrison going to look for it? Not quite. He gets into the back of Robinson. He bumps him out the way. Harrison looks to try and get a move, but he can't quite do it. Once again, he's going to have to be patient. But all this fighting is inviting Joe Dolinsky to the battle now. And the cars behind, they're all sort of keeping touch with them now. Wide for Martin Harrison. Through there as we head towards the carousel. Not a good line from Martin Harrison. And he's been really caught by Joe Dolinsky. This is the area it looks like Harrison struggles the most on the track. Through the carousel we go. They're hanging on to the cars through there. It's so hard, so heavy to keep that car online. And then it's just full power out of the corner. And then it's a really hard corner. Breaking into the kink. You gotta get it perfect through there. One mistake and you're in the wall. As Rako Betes is looking in fine form at the moment. He's on a charge now, catching Sonia Nevermind. Quickly make sure we've got no issues. Taito Salmonen a bit wide. Ava Voyak still right at the back of the field. Oh, that was quite wide from Martin Harrison, it looked like. As he invited Joe Dolinsky to the fight. Is it a better final corner for Kenneth Robinson this time? Yes, it is. That's just what he needed. Behind, though, we look like we've got a battle here. Is Ratko Betes going to close enough on Sonia Nevermind to threaten her as we head towards turn 1? He's closed a lot. I don't think it's close enough for a move just yet, though. No, Ratko Betes is going to have to bide his time and be patient as he's very wide out of the corner there. And that might invite Marcus Monreal into the show. Monreal choosing to be patient. But we've got action here. Kenneth Robinson getting away out front. It looks like Joe Dolinsky's got a move on the cards here. Can he get Martin Harrison? We head down the hill once again. Lap 4 now. No move on the cards just yet. There's more contact, it looks like. Bumping and barging their way here. I do wonder if any cars have got damage. No damage. All patient. This tussling is now allowing Kenneth Robinson to get away a bit out front. Just what he would like to see. Joe Dolinsky putting pressure on Harrison. It's sort of orderly in this phase of the race. We're not quite sure when they will pit. We know they can't make the end in this race. The tyres take a real beating here. Plus the fuel tank will need some more fuel as they push these cars quite hard. But if I had to take a guess, actually, I would say round lap 18, 19 maybe. But I don't know. For now, they're in the nursing phase of the race. Take these cars easy. Make sure you can make the end. As Harrison really caught Kenneth Robinson there. Harrison's quick, but Joe Dolinsky looks quicker as well. It looks like we've got the 3 quickest cars on track sort of converging on each other at the moment. Kenneth Robinson actually managed to pull a bit more of a gap out again, but Kenneth Robinson's made an error. He's wide, and that's going to invite Martin Harrison now. Can Harrison capitalise and take the lead of this race? They're sort of... He's defended it a bit. He's inviting Harrison to that inside line. Is Harrison going to go for it? I don't think he is. Harrison, after failing to get it at turn 1 last time, decides against it this time. Joe Dolinsky runs wide. Is Harrison going to try at turn 2 here? No, biding his time again. This is very patient driving from Harrison, a driver we're normally not used to seeing take his time with moves. He's normally quite eager. We have got action behind though. Rako Betes and Sonia Nevermind. Is Betes going for the overtake this time down the hill? Harrison once again chooses to sit in behind Betes. There's contact! Joe Dolinsky into the back of Martin Harrison. Fighting for those top 3 positions, and we've got debris flying over the track. The leaders racing hard early here in this race. And Joe Dolinsky definitely has some damage now to that car. He's lost a bit of time. And Kenneth Robinson gets a brief moment to breathe. He's got to iron out those errors, though. He keeps making errors at the final corner, and that's what's inviting Martin Harrison to the fight. Going through the rest of the field, making sure there's no battles. There is battles here. It's Javier Talavera's wide, and that's going to invite Brandon Reeves to his inside. Oh, that was close. Brandon Reeves up to 18th. Javier Talavera up to 17th. It's been a really good race for him so far, but really wide for Kenny Dixon up ahead. Looks like everyone's sort of orderly at the moment. It's wide for Javier Talavera. Brandon Reeves gets a poor run. And through comes Logan Wilkie and Ken Hale, and maybe Brandon Reeves' teammate Alec Vescovy. That was a poor corner for Reeves. The kink is the one place you don't want to try and go for those moves. So Reeves manages to fend off Vescovy for now. But back up front, we've got action between Joe Dolinsky and Martin Harrison. Harrison's got the top speed advantage. Dolinsky looks like he's already lost out, and he's going to have to cede and slot in behind. And Sonia Nevermind's really caught that lap. Harrison struggling. I think he's made an error that lap, as Kenneth Robinson has pulled out a little bit of a gap. Through turn 2 we come. And now full power down this long, flat-out section. Is this the chance for Joe Dolinsky? He's closing a lot. He's closing. He's got that draft. But that Martin Harrison Toyota engine, QWR, I don't know what they've done with their engines. Oh, barging. Sonia, never mind looking to get involved. Those Toyotas are looking feisty at this point of the race. As it's wide for Joe Dolinsky after that battle. Is that going to invite Sonia Nevermind to maybe have a look at making it a QWR 2-3? But Nevermind's really wide. Kicks up a bit of dirt there. Is that going to invite Racco Betez here? Nevermind manages to get it back under control. Betez looks like he was too far behind to capitalise. And for now, Racco Betez is just going to have to bide his time and wait. We're now a little bit spread out front for probably the first time this race. Martin Harrison has been very cautious out there today. Not looking to put aggressive moves compared to a lot of other drivers who seem to be more willing to do so. We have a look here. Eva Volyak is up to 29th now. But look at that gap. She is already 20 seconds off the lead from that. And I don't see her climbing that back up unless there's a pretty big caution that she somehow capitalizes from. Harrison getting a good run in the draft. But it looks like there's no move this time by. He's going to have to sit behind and be patient, close that gap up again. He's definitely quicker than Robinson. He just needs to be smart about it. And he has been so far. Still too far for a move, I think. Really, the top 9 in this race are all sticking with each other pretty well, it looks like. All got each other in eye's view. Pretty much any of them can win this. There's some chaos or accidents or whatnot. As Mitch Johnson looks like he has fallen off a little bit from this group. He's got the 74 car of Tyler Jordan behind. I actually like to point out there is only one Venturia car in this top 10. They are not having a good time on the road courses, it seems. Now I want to fix that. Of course, they've got Watkins Glen in the chase calendar to get to work on making these cars do their right turns very well. But here we go. Joe Dolinsky, bit of an error, and he's wide. And Sonia Nevermind has really caught up there. Got more action behind us. William Starman looks to have caught up a bit to Marcus Monreal. Can Nevermind get close enough for a pass down here? This is a good passing spot. No. She's got a poor run through the kink. And that's really hurt her chances. Starman also was able to get very close but couldn't get a move done. Robinson has managed this race pretty beautifully out front. Not pushed too hard. He's made some errors. But he's controlling that lead. And there's another one of those errors. And Martin Harrison's going to have a really big chance to take the lead now. He's right behind. Here comes Harrison, closing in the draft. This is his best chance yet. Is he going to pull out? No. Harrison just seems so content to sit in behind for now. He doesn't want to make moves, but he gets into the back of the 42, it looks like there. But why is Harrison being so cautious at this phase in the race? This is not the Harrison we're used to. He even tried to make a move early in this race, failed, and now he's content to just sit in behind. Can't believe what I'm seeing. I cannot believe what I'm seeing from Martin Harrison here. As he definitely hits the back of the 42 there. Bumps Kenneth Robinson almost out the way a little bit, but Robinson gets a good enough exit to hold him off. And Harrison's very wide. That's a big error for Harrison. Here comes Joe Dolinsky. Can someone finally make a move in this top 10? I have not seen action in this top 10 for quite a while. It's a shame because they're definitely getting close enough to pass. Just need a little bit more of aggression from them. through the carousel. Whether everyone's just being cautious and waiting for the green flag stops, they know that's going to be when they make up the time, maybe. But here we go. It's just very patient from everyone at the moment. We've seen so many opportunities to get a pass done, and they just don't seem willing to do it. This is probably the best passing spot on the track. That inside line here seems to be quick, but no one can seem to get close enough into that corner. So for now, it's Kenneth Robinson in complete control of this race as he goes wide again. He's struggling for grip on that car. And he's wide again, and who isn't wide is Joe Dolinsky. Is this Dolinsky's chance to put Arison under pressure, maybe think about making a move? But look how far back he is. Even with the draft, he's not going to close up enough before the corner. And despite having so much more of a better exit, he's just going to have to sit in behind. Kenneth Robinson has sort of got the field locked in a bit of a slipstream train. The draft is keeping Dolinsky charging. Arison's made an error. Arison's wide. To the inside goes Joe Dolinsky. Joe Dolinsky's through. There we go. We needed an error, and we've got one. Joe Dolinsky moves into second place, and here comes Sonia Nevermind, and Rako Betes is all kicking off now in the fight for the top 5. Rako Betes, is he going to have a look? Sonia Nevermind having a look at Arison. Rako Betes is on Nevermind's inside. Contact. Wide goes Dolinsky. Through goes Arison again. Rako Betes trying to go through on Sonia Nevermind. It's 2x2 in the fight here for second and third. Is anyone going to get a move done? Not quite. Rako Betes gets a poor run. Sonia Nevermind can't keep doing it. Can she dig it? Nevermind's slow. And through goes Rako Betes. Rako Betes through. Marcus Monreal now trying to challenge Sonia Nevermind. Can he get through? Nevermind's wide again. It's another error from Sonia Nevermind. Further back, Michael Teller trying to make a move on William Starman. Marcus Monreal's wide and in the grass. Side by side through the carousel. More side by side behind. We were just complaining about a lack of action, and it's all kicked off this lap. Monreal has to sit in behind Nevermind after making that error. But out front, Joe Dolinsky has passed Martin Arison. He's into second place now. Can he go and put pressure on the race leader? What a dramatic lap. Dolinsky looking a bit more comfortable now. But he's quite wide through there. They're all quite wide through there. Rako Betes starting to hump behind. But Dolinsky's wide. Here comes Martin Arison. But Arison's got a poor run from it. He had to slow down. He was surprised by it all. Here we go. Martin Arison. Can he get through? Joe Dolinsky looks like he's got damage on that front after the contact earlier. Side by side into turn 1. They're fighting hard, and Rako Betes is getting involved. Is that it? Nearly 3 wide? Nearly. Further back, Monreal managed to fend off his teammate, Starman. As we come down here, they are 3 wide now. Whew, this is close racing. Poor exit from Rako Betes. Sonia Nevermind's alongside now, but Betes now looking to possibly challenge Joe Dolinsky. He is going to challenge Joe Dolinsky. This is 4 cars fighting for the tiniest bits of road, and I'm not sure who's going to get it. Martin Arison contact from his teammate, Sonia Nevermind. Further back, more teammate contact. Starman gets into Monreal. They're 3 wide as we come now into... Here comes Joe Dolinsky. Martin Arison completely off the road. Loads of grass kicked up, and in the space of 2 corners, Rako Betes looks like he's put himself into second place. He has. Rako Betes moves into second at Road America. More drama behind us. Martin Arison is sliding down the order. Mistake from William Starman and Keith McHugh, who both run wide. Arison looking like he's going to get that position back at the very least. Monreal back through on William Starman. There's loads of grass kicked up there. It's inviting those 3 cars who had dropped off a bit back into the show. But out front, Kenneth Robinson is gone. This fighting has saved the man who looked like he was struggling at one point in this race. Behind Keith McHugh's going for a move on William Starman. Is he going to make it work? Yes, he is. Keith McHugh is through. He's in to 7th place. Brilliant work from Keith McHugh. Is Michael Teller going to try and get himself involved in this? Not quite. He will sit down and be patient. As Starman forces, he puts the bumper to the back of the 81. And the 81's forced deep and through goes Starman. We've got barging now. This is fantastic racing. And I think that 24 is nearly through. No, not quite. The 81 is hanging in there. So they go side by side down to turn 1. Can Keith McHugh hang around the outside with the overspeed? Yes, he can. Side by side. We've got action up front. Never mind fighting Harrison, but we're watching this battle at the moment. And Keith McHugh has got it done. So he manages to keep 7th place. As Michael Teller's made a huge error behind. He's off into the cross. What drama in this race so far. Got Mitch Johnson dueling with Tyler Jordan at the moment. Can Jordan get into this top 10, continue his fine run of form, make it 3 top 10s in a row? I think Tyler Jordan's going to get this move done as we come now under the advertising. Side by side still. Tyler Jordan, brilliant exit. And that's the move done. Tyler Jordan puts himself into the top 10. Noah Cataneo on the fringes of the top 10. Can he get up there? As back up front, Ratko Betes has pulled out a gap to Joe Dolinsky. But Kenneth Robinson leads by 4 seconds thanks to the battling behind. Ratko Betes has got a long way to close that gap. The only thing closing Kenneth Robinson is his own errors and a caution. But we will wait to see Ratko Betes' pace. As we're back into single file through the rest of the top 10 now. Brief few laps of absolute chaos in this one. What a race this has been. It was so cautious early on, and then everyone just started making moves to positions after that one Martin Harrison error. He's made another one. He's really wide. One man who's looking really quick is Keith McHugh. As Tyler Jordan having a tussle with William Starman on the run down to turn 1. Starman kicking up a bit of dirt there. Can Starman keep that 74 car behind? Jordan just seems to find form at the end of these races. Actually looks like there's a bit of damage on that 24. I think from contact with his own teammate, Marcus Monreal. And through turn 1 we go. Starman is a bit wide. And that might be the position for Tyler Jordan. No, Summers managed to fight back brilliantly into turn 2. And he cuts him straight off. Great defending from William Starman. Back here, though, is Keith McHugh going to have a chance at fighting Marcus Monreal? Yeah, look, I think he's a bit too far back now. They are sort of starting to spread out in the top 5. It's a much-needed race for those two Sage Motorsport cars. Kenneth Robinson especially. Actually, I want to point out Ratko Betes just took 7 tenths out of Kenneth Robinson's lead. Oh, what's happened there? Well, the 2 championship leaders are at the back of the field. What on earth has happened? We're briefly going to have a quick look, see if we can find out what's happened here. And go straight back to the live action. But our championship leader with damage, and Andrew Mondragon, the championship leader before today, before Chicagoland, also at the back of the field. What has happened to Eva Volyak? She just accumulated enough damage that she's needed to pit, I think. There's some dust kicked up here. Don't see who by. Some pretty heavy damage on the front of that car. Oh, it's here. Oh dear, she completely misses her braking point. Disaster for Eva Volyak. Andrew Mondragon, let's have a look at his car. His car looks perfectly healthy. Well, we'll quickly check what's going on around the field as they are a bit more spread out now. We'll have a quick look and see if we can find out what's happened to Andrew Mondragon. But the 2 title contenders are completely and utterly done in this race. This is a huge chance for someone like Sonia Nevermind to move for the regular season championship. What has happened to Mondragon? He's down pit road. Is that for damage, or is he making his green flag stop? I think he's just made a green flag stop there. Interesting strategy from the number 4 team. But anyways, back to the race. We rejoin live. And that gap is rapidly coming down now. Ratko Betez is by far and away the fastest man on track. And he's reeling in Kenneth Robinson at a rate of knots. Ratko Betez finished multiple times runner-up this season. He's in that runner-up spot now, but he is the fastest man out there. Two drivers going for their first wins of the season. This is going to be an exciting climax of this race, I think. We're over the halfway point now, must be said. Oh boy. This is going to be exciting. Got a second half of the race. There's some different kind of racing from what we've been used to this season. We go through the rest of the field. Lots of cars with little bits of damage. Of course, Ava Voyak with huge amounts of damage. Tyler Jordan still trying to get involved here as Mitch Johnson's under threat from Noah Cataneo. Kurt Weiss is starting to get involved in this all a bit now. Let's see what the gap is going to be across the line this time by. Interested to see how much Joe Dolinsky closes the gap. Right, Dolinsky looks like he's dropped off a bit maybe. So across the line, here we go. Ratko Betez pulls out another half a second. It's only 2 tenths for Joe Dolinsky on the lead. So Ratko Betez is just that fast at the moment. He is flying. Could this be the first Ford victory of the season? Or could it be the first Chevy win of the season? But don't count out Jarber in the pit stops. It could be another Venturia victory. 4 different manufacturers in the top 4 positions here today. What a race we've been treated to. This has been brilliant. Surprised we haven't had a caution though. There's been some debris flying all over the road. But no one's put it in a wall. Although Eva Volyak might as well put it in a wall, I think, looking at the state of that car. Still don't get what Andrew Mondragon was doing. Maybe he did just have some damage we couldn't see and they wanted to repair it. But then also Franco Nazario Spinazzola out here as well. Of course, Eva Volyak's car is completely cooked. That's going to be a rough day for her. I don't think she's going to go a lap down in this one. Unless, of course, she gets involved in more trouble. I think that's the last of her concerns right now. It's more just getting the car to the end. But back up front, Kenneth Robinson is leading comfortably. For the time being, because that gap is rapidly coming down. And Ratko Betez will be there to challenge soon. But for now, Robinson can take it easy. Just nurse the tyres, nurse the fuel. But he's not going to be able to do that within another 2 laps, I don't think. Soon, he is going to have a very fast Ford on his rear. Through the final corner. That's a good line there. Pretty even looking through the final corner. Now, what's it going to be across the line this time? It was 2 seconds last time by. And this time by, he's taken another 7 tenths out of it. Ratko Betez is flying out here. This is incredible pace from the 22. Incredible pace. We're going to have a really exciting fight for the lead here. Or is it going to be decided down pit road? Both the top 2 have had numerous issues down pit road this season. Their pit crews have not been on it throughout the year. This must be getting scary for Kenneth Robinson. He can see that 22 just getting larger and larger in his rearview mirror as the rest of the field just disappears for them. They can't close up. Contact between the 2 QWR teammates there as they tussle for position. Looks like neither of them's budging for each other though. It's all fair game here. Javier Talavera, we've got Johnny Carpentier Panizia driver who's fighting on the cut line along. So is Talavera. This race is worrying for Talavera. That driver in 10th. The 2 drivers behind him doing very well. The driver behind them is the car behind him. And then the cut line drivers of Tyler Jordan, below cut line Tyler Jordan, Ratko Betez, they're all doing well. Javier Talavera is about to come under some immense pressure in that championship chase battle. And it's going to be even worse if that 22 car can take the lead here. He's got the pace to. No sponsor on the car, of course. Ratko Betez is funding that car out of his own pocket every week after the loss of his US Air Force sponsorship. And it would be a sight to see a sponsorless car go to victory lane. It's lap 15, about to go lap 16. Let's see the gap this time by. Lap 16. The gap is down, but much less than before. Ratko Betez might be starting to feel the effect of dirty air or tyre wear. He's pushed that car quite hard. We're expecting to see pit stops maybe around lap 20-ish. And out front, this gap is just... It's disappeared from what looked like a dead cert almost for Kenneth Robinson to just take it easy to the end of the race. It's... Oh. It's a thrilling fight for two manufacturers, for two teams who haven't won a race this season, to claim their first win. Because Joe Dolinsky's being gapped by them. He can't keep up. This is between these two here to win the first road course race of the season. Two drivers yet to do it. They've had ups this season. Of course, Kenneth Robinson led the most laps at Daytona. He had a pretty good showing at Bristol. Ratko Betez, of course, should have won Bristol. He was flying. Probably could have won Charlotte. They've had their ups, but they have had so many downs, both drivers. Kenneth Robinson, tyre issues at Atlanta. Same with Ratko Betez. Pole for Atlanta was Ratko Betez. You also got to remember other races this season. Darlington, poor qualifying for Betez. New Hampshire, poor qualifying for Betez, but he fought back to a top 10. Kenneth Robinson was involved in an accident at New Hampshire while fighting for the top 5 earlier in the race up before a bad pit stop. They've had so many ups and downs this season. So many hardships. Even if they don't make the chase, although the result today, barring a retirement, both of them should be on for very strong points to help make the chase. So it's wide for both of them. They're both wide out of the final corner. They're both pushing. But as we said, a win for both, even if they don't make the chase, would make their season. It'd be the first. It's going to be the first non-Toyota or Dodge win this season, it's looking like. And look at the gap. It's less than half a second. Ratko Betez is right in Kenneth Robinson's rearview mirrors. They're both feeling the pressure here. It's going to come down to pit road to decide this race. What a race we're having. We had so much early action as Martin Harrison's wide again. For the second time today, he completely messes it up at turn 2. And he's now coming under threat from Keith McHugh and Marcus Monreal. But Monreal's not got a good run. But look who has Keith McHugh. Fantastic run out the corner. Is he going to send it up the inside into this heavy braking zone? He's going for it. Marcus Monreal hits the back of Martin Harrison. Contact. Huge contact there. Good work from Harrison to keep the car facing the right way. And it looks like Keith McHugh's going to get it done. No, look at the exit from Marcus Monreal. Brilliant defending. And Monreal's going to keep the place. Keith McHugh now under pressure from William Starman. That's the issue. If you don't get the move done, you come under pressure from the car behind. So much action back here in this race. But we go back up front where the top two are so close to each other. As we briefly look back to here to see what's going on, Harrison lost a lot of time with that mistake, and William Starman's putting Keith McHugh under a lot of pressure in the battle for 7th place. As Keith McHugh's wide, here is a huge chance for William Starman. He's not got a better run. Keith McHugh's got the better run. Is he going to go for a move down into this heavy braking zone? It's the best place to pass on the inside. He's decided against it. Contact at the back of the 81 there. William Starman once again getting into the back of someone today. Very argy-bargy out there. We're back up front. Here we go. The top two are both in on the same lap. Both cars in. Anyone staying out? Dolinsky staying out. Never mind staying out. Harrison staying out. Keith McHugh staying out. All the safety cars are in. This is the big stop. This is the big stop. Who is going to win the race off pit road? Lots of cars coming in. Few cars staying out. Everyone will have to pit this race. There's no way anyone can make the end, at least as far as we're aware. Here we go. In comes Ratko Betez. In comes Kenneth Robinson, our pole sitter. Remember, no pole sitter has won a race so far this season. It's a good stop for Ratko Betez. Is it going to be leading off pit road? No! No, but it's an accident for the pole sitter. He's hit the wall. He has hit the wall and he's thrown away what should have been his first race victory. Incredible scenes. Ratko Betez leads of Road America. Unbelievable scenes. And Kenneth Robinson's going to fall to the back of the field, it looks like. He's got severe damage. He may have a flat tyre from that incident. He is the slowest car on track and he's going to finish last. In one moment, Kenneth Robinson has gone from what would have been his first victory to what's going to end up being last place today. Incredible, incredible scenes at Road America. The car is completely destroyed. He's nursing it back to pit road. Unbelievable season-defining moment. And that could mean Kenneth Robinson might not make the championship chase. Unbelievable scenes here at Road America. I cannot believe what I have just seen. As our attention goes back out front, are these guys going to come in this time? Yes, they are. All of them are in. This is big now for Joe Dolinsky. How good is his stop going to be? Because those top two got held up there. Ratko Betez was held up by that incident. This could be a huge chance for them to take the lead. As we're going to briefly have a look at what happened to Kenneth Robinson, but very, very briefly because we want to get back to the action. He had a superb stop, was set to rejoin in the lead of the race. Out he goes. Oh, he's just completely misjudged it. He just completely misjudged his braking. And Joe Dolinsky might be about to take the lead of this. He is going to take the lead of this race. Joe Dolinsky, because of Kenneth Robinson's incident, is going to win at Road America. Incredible moment. And Ratko Betez has lost that race win because of the incident. Staying out has gained them so much more time over the rest of the field as Mitch Johnson has catapulted himself on course for a top 5. That's a season-defining moment. In comes Kenneth Robinson, as I just saw some smoke. Ava Voyak's car's got an issue. There's an issue. There's an issue for Ava Volyak. She's slow on the road. Carl Ellison's had to avoid. More drama. The championship leader's not going to finish this race. So we head back out front. Joe Dolinsky's in. The cautions come out. I think the cautions come out for Ava Volyak. Oh my word. A dramatic few laps has turned this race on its head. But look at the speed of Ratko Betez, whose tyres are up to temperature where everyone else's are not. Is he going to get the place here or is he going to back out? I think he's going to back out. That move. Smart decision. But the caution's out. So Joe Dolinsky's going to lead at the caution line. Unless Sonia Nevermind could do something about it. So Ratko Betez goes for a very late move there. The two stage cars tossling behind for what I believe is that 4th, 5th, 6th. They're tossling for 7th as they have been most of the race, those two. Oh, it's very wide for Mitch Johnson and through goes Marcus Monreal. Wow. That was an impressive move. Straight through, no hanging around. There's the caution line. Ratko Betez has got Keith McHugh. That's big. That's very big. There is the pace car. Does this caution benefit anyone? Where's that Spinazzola? 36. Oh, it's his top 20s. Andrew Mondragon, it's not worked out for pitting early. He's right out. This race is completely on its head all time. Eva Volk still nursing that thing home. That 42 looks like it's still not doing very well. Yeah, that car is completely done. He's going to try and nurse it home to the finish today, I think, but there's some pretty severe damage on that car. I fear they may have to retire it. I cannot believe that. One error, but catastrophic moment. A catastrophic time. Sage Motorsport and Kenneth Robinson were on for their first victories. Even Chevrolet on for their first victory. They did the pit stop right. He would have probably regained the lead, judging by the pace of those cars that stayed out. But instead, Kenneth Robinson is likely going to finish last in this race. Absolute heartbreak for that 42. What is he going to do? He's coming back down pit road. Has he done the same thing again? Ava Voryak pulls in to retire the car. Severe damage for her. I think he might have done the same thing again. That car looks battered and bruised. He was on course to become the first pole sitter to win from pole. I think he might have done the same thing again. He just came in to retire. Incredible. He realised they could not fix the damage. And Ava Voryak and Kenneth Robinson are both out of this race. Ava Voryak managed to burn out the clutch. Impressive. But back up front, the excitement's about to get going again, as Joe Dolinsky is going to be leading the field to green flag. Are those tyres up to temperature? Because they absolutely weren't on that restart. Has the caution evened the playing field and allowed those cars that pitted later issues more? Camilla Lindberg's engine has let go further back. They're dropping like flies in this race now. Not that any of the cars behind are in with a shout of anything today. But it's the last thing that Camilla Lindberg needed in her fight to make the championship chase. I fear that may end any hope she has. A little bit of contact there between Nevermind and Dolinsky. Incredible. What a race we've been treated to. There has been so... The on-track action was pretty quiet for periods of the race. But when it happens, it happens. It really happens. Assuming everyone's staying out. Yes, they are. Pace car still leading the field. I think we'll be going green next time by. I still cannot believe what happened there. I cannot believe it. That would have been the first victory for... more issues for Chevrolet, as we mentioned. Camilla Lindberg's engine now giving up. What looked to be Chevrolet's first chance at a victory has pretty much gone up in smoke now. It's going to be interesting to see this restart, though. Are those cars that stayed out going to benefit massively from this? This has been incredible. Once again, Tom decides to miss a race and misses an absolutely crazy event. Camilla Lindberg is going to pull into her stall, I believe. That car is struggling to even hit... That engine has completely died. He's losing speed. Oh, sorry, she's losing speed. Oh, my bad. And got it back up to 20. Is she actually going to make it to her pit stall? That car is fighting for its life. Is it going to make it? Oh. There we go. Camilla Lindberg has retired. Is anyone else's engine about to blow up? They've been dropping like flies in the latter stages of this race. Surely we'll be going green this time by if I had to take a guess. It's going to be a bit of a sprint to the end of this one. It's our first caution of the day, surprisingly. I'm surprised it took this long. I wonder. We saw lots of contact at the back, I think, on the start. Could we get another caution straight after this one? Could we be going to overtime today? Do these cars have the fuel to go to overtime? Assume everyone can make the end, judging by the fact none of them pitted in. But, wow. For Joe Dolinsky, this is a huge opportunity to take his second victory of the season in what looked to be basically a dead cert that he wasn't going to win today. And then the three drivers behind him, none of them have won a race yet. Harrison has won a race. In fact, out of the drivers who have won a race, Joe Dolinsky's won, he leads. Ava Vorjak has won 3, she's out. Andrew Mondragon is 21st. Martin Harrison, of course, is 5th. This is a chance. This is a real chance for one of these smaller drivers. Well, not smaller drivers, but drivers yet to win a race this season. And teams yet to win a race. To go out there and do it. But wow. Whew. The field all in line. Hopefully we'll see those pace car lights go off. Are they going to go off? Still on for now. We can have another lap under caution? Surely not. We've been under caution for... Oh, there we go. Right. We're going green this time by. Here we go. Joe Dolinsky, Sonia Nevermind on that front row. I think there's a high chance Sonia Nevermind will take the lead of the championship at the end of today. I'll quickly check the points. Because Andrew Mondragon is nowhere to be seen. Ava Vorjak is out. 1437. 1, 2, 8. Let me just do some maths. 1, 2, 8, 3. Oh, no, to be fair, I don't think she can. I think she'll move within about 40 points of the top 2 today. Unless Andrew Mondragon can fight back quite brilliantly. But unless that happens, Sonia Nevermind's entering this regular season title fight in quite some style. And to point out, Kurt Weiss is up in 11th. Fair play to him. He's had a good, quiet run today. But here we go. Pace car has decided not to pull down pit road. So the cars are going to just avoid it. Thankfully, the pace car is non-collide, so no one's going to get taken out by it. But here we go. Ignore the pace car. That is just a visual issue. We are going green this time. Here we go. Joe Dolinsky leads the field. And green flag, we're racing again here at Road America. It's a brilliant launch from Sonia Nevermind. She's through on Joe Dolinsky. Nevermind leads the way for the first time today. Sonia Nevermind leads at Road America. Racco Betes staying ahead, I think, of Keith McHugh. And he's now going to try and fight Joe Dolinsky as they come down to turn 2. Sonia Nevermind getting away out front. Martin Harrison fighting to keep positions as he's forced wide. 3, 4 wide at points throughout the field. They're fighting hard here. Racco Betes now putting pressure on Joe Dolinsky. Can he get himself into second place? He's going for it. He's quick. He's really blinding quick, Racco Betes. Here we go down the corner. Contact between them, I think. Joe Dolinsky wide. Racco Betes side by side with him. So we come now under the Corvette banner. Keith McHugh trying to get involved there. But Joe Dolinsky's going to keep the place. Behind Keith McHugh fighting Betes now. Keith McHugh looks like he's actually going to get through on Racco Betes. So we head towards the carousel. Keith McHugh runs wide. And he's going to do it. Keith McHugh is through. And Mitch Johnson's also about to go through. It's Marcus Monreal tussling with Martin Harrison. I think he's got the position. Yes, he has. Racco Betes is off the road. He's crumbled under the pressure. The driver who was basically guaranteed to win. We've got another caution. We have got another caution. Huge damage for Andrew Mondragon and Mega Mialaskini. We've got another caution. So they're back under caution again here. Martin Harrison now fighting Marcus Monreal to take the position back up the hill. Martin Harrison takes the position back. Kurt Weiss looking to go around the outside of Noah Cataneo to put himself into the top 10. He already is in the top 10, but he's put himself up there. And up to the line, Sonia Nevermind, who was hoping to see the end of this thing. Suddenly, she's got more laps of caution under to go. What drama in this race. So, Sonia Nevermind leads now. Joe Dolinsky stayed second. Then the next three drivers, none of them have won a race. Mitch Johnson getting himself up involved in this scrap. Racco Betez can't believe his luck. If he had stayed in third, he probably could have... Well, he was in third last time. And now he's down to fifth on the restart. Awful restart for one of the... Probably the fastest man today. What a chaotic race we've had today. Absolute anarchy out there today. Bit of contact under caution as they all bump into the back of each other. Oh, watch yourselves, lads. That car does not sound healthy. Right, let's watch what's happened following Andrew Mondragon. What has happened to him? He's been involved in something, I think. Oh, no! Oh, dear. So this is where the caution came out. Andrew Mondragon was slow with an issue. And, oh, Mega Miala's getting hit and Mitchell Moser involved. Oh. I think Andrew Mondragon's engine went on that restart. Disaster for Ventura then. 2 engines gone in one day. Well, if the engine hasn't gone, he just braked randomly. And that's a wrap on his day. Well, here we go. We're going to have a green-white checker here. I don't think many people expected that halfway through this race. Right, assuming they can all make the end. I think so. Yes, they all can. Thank you. Right, so we'll be going green next time by, most likely. Andrew Mondragon's car is in a state of disrepair, I think. Kenny Dixon's down pit road. So issues for the 34. It's going to end his championship chase hunt, I think. Is Andrew Mondragon coming in? Oh. Interesting decision making. So probably going to go green next time by. So we'll be going green next lap, I think. We're going to have one go at a green-white checker here. Through fears that many more on most of the cars won't be able to make the end on fuel and it will cause absolute carnage. So we'll have one go at restarting under green. Well. Well. Sonia Nevermind, who did so well to get that lead on that restart. Now she's under pressure to possibly lose that lead again. Whew. So Sonia Nevermind leads with Joe Dolinsky. Of course, he led at the restart, but not into turn 1. Behind them, Keith McHugh was trying to get involved, so was Ratko Betez, but Ratko Betez has fallen to 4th. Mitch Johnson is the one... Sorry, Betez to 5th. Mitch Johnson is the one in 4th. Martin Harrison is 6th. It'd be wild if he doesn't even get a top 5 today. Marcus Monreal and William Starman are 7th and 8th. Those two have been around that area basically the entire race today and refused to let go of each other. Kurt Weiss is 9th. And 10th is Noah Cataneo. Fair play to him. He's had a rough season so far. But he's found a little bit of form the last few races, and the top 10 today would be much appreciated for him. Tyler Jordan 11th, continuing decent run of form to get involved in that championship chase. Logan Wilkie is up to 13th place. I don't know how that one's happened, but fair play to him. That's been a really good run for that number 10 car. Johnny Carpentier Panizzi is 14th, and Javier Talavera 15th. This has been a... You don't know where anyone's finishing today. I wonder if that was a tactical call. Oh no, that was not a tactical call. That car has seen better days. That car has seen far, far better days. Right, back up front. Assuming we're going to be going green this time by... Sonia Nevermind leads the field. Can she keep it? We've seen at the start, the outside line was good, but at that restart, Joe Dolinsky just did not get away, and through went Sonia Nevermind. Absolutely defenseless. Can she do anything? Can she do anything? It'll be her first career victory. She's come close. She should have probably won last time out in Chicagoland. But Ava Voigt just found some insane pace in that race. And of course, an awful stop for Sonia Nevermind ruined any chance of that. It's 2 races in a row she's had horrific luck down pit road. Well, she's had a bit of luck today to get herself up front. This was Ratko Better's and Kenneth Robinson's race to lose, and lose it they have, it seems. Are we going green this time by? Yes, we are. Will the pace car pull down pit road this time? I sure hope so. It'd be much appreciated if the pace car actually comes in this time. But here we go. So, Nevermind Dolinsky front row. It's the same as last time, just switched. Keith McHugh on that second row. Could he get involved? Avenge Chevy's misfortune of Kenneth Robinson's error. Of course, they repaired that car, sent it out, and it was just not good enough to drive out there. Continues the curse, though, of pole sitters being unable to win races. No pole sitter has won that race this season. And it looked like it was about to happen until that pit stop. Kenneth Robinson is probably going to be inconsolable tonight, because that one mistake will probably throw him down to about 17th or 18th in standings. Is the pace car coming down pit road? Yes, it is coming. Right, here we go. We're going green again at Road America. It's our one green-white checker attempt. Who is going to capitalise on it? Sonia Nevermind, Joe Dolinsky front row. Under the advertising board. Here we go. Up the hill towards the line. And we are green again here. It's an awful start for the front two. And Mitch Johnson's flying away at the start. The whole field has awfully been slow. And it's a QWR 1-2 as we run down to turn 1. Sonia Nevermind leads. Joe Dolinsky's down to 3rd. Mitch Johnson is up to 2nd. What's happened on that restart? Someone got an awful getaway, and it's done over basically the whole field as they're all tussling for position behind. Harrison has got ahead of Ratko Betez. The 2 Sage cars behind. Bits of contact. Logan Wilkie looking a bit squirrely further back. So we'll head back up front. Sonia Nevermind has handled that beautifully. Mitch Johnson, though, is looking quick in this second phase of the race. Noah Cataneo fighting with Kurt Weiss behind. There's contact between the QWR teammates as they fight for their first career victories. Under the advertising board. Through the slow left-hander. We've got a fast right now. We're still green. Just checking to make sure. Keith McHugh is closing on Joe Dolinsky. He wants to get involved. Can he take a surprise result here? They're all sliding off the road through there. Noah Cataneo has made up some ground. What's happened to Marcus Monreal? I think he has an issue, maybe? Oh, Marcus Monreal has an issue. It's another caution. He's out. The race is going to finish under caution here. The race is going to finish under caution. We only have one green-white checker attempt today. And Sonia Nevermind just has 3 corners to go to make her first victory. Here she comes. Through 2 corners to go. She just needs to get this final corner right. Into the final corner. They're both quite wide. They're all quite wide. Keith McHugh going to fend off Martin Harrison on the run to the line. Absolute heartbreak for Sage Motorsport, and it looks like they're only going to have one car in the championship chase. There you go. White flag has been taken. Sonia Nevermind is going to win in Road America. It's her first career victory, and with that, I believe she's going to be within about 20 points of the lead of the championship. Incredible scenes. Heartbreak for Sage Motorsport. They looked like they were going to have both cars solidified in the championship chase. But instead, well, they're only going to have one, it looks like. Absolute disaster for Marcus Monreal. What happened? There's damage on that car. Oh, his engine went. It was another engine issue today. The engines have dropped like flies. The engine goes. And everyone has to navigate and avoid. Thankfully, no one actually makes contact, it looks like. Oh, no, there was a bit of contact, I think, with Alec Vescovy. Incredible. They've just watched their season go up in flames, pretty much, in the space of less than half a race. Incredible. I cannot believe what we have witnessed. But for Sonia Nevermind, it's elation. Heartbreak for others, elation for her. It is her first career victory. She has had to wait for it. She's come close multiple times this season. But oh my word. Oh my word. Of course, we've got Daytona next. There is hope for those 2 Sage Motorsports cars that were so painfully done over by this race. But for Radko Betez, it's almost a stroke of just pure heaven. I think Tyler Jordan is going to move into the top 12. And I think Radko Betez will as well. Because judging by the order here, none of his contenders are anywhere to be seen. Austin Rhodes is in 20th. Who else was involved in it? Where's Panizzi? Johnny Carpenti Panizzi was 12. So he'll probably move. I don't know. We'll have to see the standings after this race. Oh my word. Camilla Lindbergh, not involved. Austin Rhodes, nowhere to be seen. Dixon, not involved. Radko Betez, Johnny Carpentier Panizzi, and Tyler Jordan. It's been a dream weekend for them. Monreal was 33 points above the cut line. Robinson was 20. They're both going to fall probably by about 100 points below the cut line, I think, here. Which is catastrophic. They're going to lead luck in Daytona. And those Sage Motorsport cars, to be fair to them, they look good on those super speedways normally. Here we go. Out the final corner, under caution, and up to the line. Just got to go up this hill. And then she'll be crowned the race winner. Can you believe it? Well, yes you can. She was third in standings. Probably the best driver not to win a race this year. But here she comes. That checkered flag is out. For the first time in her career, Sonia Nevermind is going to win the first ever ANMRA Premier Series road course race here at Road America. She's a winner at last. Whew. What a race we had today. Absolute chaos. As you look through the order, she got a 1-2 for QWR. Mitch Johnson scoring his second runner-up finish of the season after Talladega. Joe Dolinsky will finish third after the first restart, he being in first. Keith McHugh will be happy with a top 5 that race. Pits and cautions really helped him out. Martin Harrison comes home 5th. Ratko Betez will be absolutely devastated to come home 6th. If it wasn't for the caution, he probably would have won that race, because he was so much quicker than those cars that pitted a lap later. William Starman comes home 7th, pretty much where he was the entire race. It's 8th for Noah Catadeo, brilliant for them. 9th, Tyler Jordan. And great news for Logan Wilkie to score a top 10 here at Road America. I don't think we mentioned him until we spotted him on the fringes of the top 10, and then he's only gone and got one, so brilliant work by them. Michael Teller will come home 11th, Johnny Carpentier Panizzi 12th, Kurt Weiss 13th, Ken Hale 14th, Javier Talavera, not what he needed in the chase fight, he's probably going to slip back as well, he's 15th, Carl Sherman 16th, Brandon Reeves 17th, 18th for Joseph Clark, 19th for Johan Stromstad, it's 20th for Austin Rhodes, probably ending his hopes of making the championship chase. Danny McSwain will come home 21st, 22nd for Bobby Elliott Jr., 23rd, Franco Nazario Spinazzola, Carl Ellison will come in 24th, 25th for Alec Vescovy, Mitchell Moser 26th despite damage. Who else have we have? Sorry, so Mitchell Moser, where was I? I could be lost. Taito Salmon in 27th, 28th for Andrew Mondragon. Disaster at the top of the championship when the car behind him has won today. Kenny Dixon 29th, Marcus Monreal 30th, noted down as an accident after his engine went. Megan Aleskene involved in that accident with Andrew Mondragon. She'll come home 31st. 32nd for Camilla Lindberg. 33rd for Kenneth Robinson. And for Eva Volyak, it is 34th. So championship leaders, none of them finish. Well, what a race we had today. I can't wait to see the standings in the championship chase after this. Can only imagine it is going to be completely turned on its head. Basically, all the chase contenders that were from about 10th down had wildly different races. Of course, the heartbreak, of course, is for the Sage cars involved in that championship chase and Camilla Lindberg. Just Chevrolet in general had a miserable run. But yeah, that's Road America for you, our first ever road course race of this series, and what a race it produced for us. Sonia Neumann takes home her first win. Can she continue that form and take the regular season championship? We've got 2 races to go in the regular season before the chase. But until then, we'll see you in Daytona. Goodbye.